Hello, I'm Roger Farrell, and this is Changing Attitudes, segment 24. I'm here to talk about an attitude that some people have that affects all the people around them. And it's called narcissistic personality disorder. Narcissistic people don't know they have a problem. They are self-glorifying and they want everybody to admire them. They like to think they're great. And like a person is paranoid, if they were ever in a hospital to be checked by doctors, the doctors would tell either one of them they have a problem, and both would say, "No, I don't, nothing wrong with me." But the difference between the two of them, the paranoid is not affecting other people, just themselves, their self. Narcissistic person affects everybody. Their children, their so-called friends that they don't really have, people they work with or people they hire. If they're a parent, poor children. Now, as a parent, now again, this type of attitude is mainly held by males. There are some women that have this situation, but mostly males, so I'll just talk about he, not he or she, him or her. Okay. There's the reason for the self-glorifying them was created when they were children. That person, let's say man, when he was a boy, did not get the attention that normal kids get. He was ignored, left maybe with a daycare person, whatever it was. They had to create their own belief in themselves. They had probably no friends, very few friends. So they grew up to have this symptom, I call it symptom, an ailment. Doctors aren't going to call that. Psychiatrists aren't going to call them that. Symptoms. It's an attitude, and it's a troublesome attitude. The person that has this thinks he is wonderful, he is great, he is smart, he's the best of them best. And he expects everybody to consider him so. So the difference between him and a paranoid person is the difference is a paranoid person doesn't affect others. Narcissistic person does. See, a paranoid person, or let's say if the evening arrives, we close our blinds because we want privacy. A paranoid person closes blinds because he or she is afraid of being spied on, that somebody's going to peep in and look at them. So they are paranoid. But the narcissistic person is dealing with a lifelong, since they're 18, 20, 17, it would have started. They've been dealing with lifelong misunderstanding of themselves. They have no emotion. They have no empathy for anybody else. They only think of themselves, what they want to do. And what they want to do is have power over other people. They are bullies. Not that they can take on a strong person, but they take on the weak, insult them, call them names, call them their enemy. I know a lady in her 70s and I know her family, and she has that symptom. Her boys got problems. Her older son suffered. Younger son, the youngest son, didn't. The daughter in between suffered. She was victimized. I mean, when she's 3 years old, her mother held her child's hand, took a sewing needle, and stuck it in several places in the back of the hand. The daughter wouldn't cry. She refused to cry. So that made the mother angry. But if anybody viewing this, you had such a parent, I'm sorry for you. And you have a lot to get over, because that type of parent will not compliment the child, will not pass over love to the child. Giving a hug is out of the question of the mother or father to the child. They only think of themselves. That's all they do. There's a number of leaders in the world that are narcissistic, and they have followers that admire them, kiss their finger ring every day, and say, "Oh, you're wonderful, sir," because they get paid for doing the job they have. And they're not going to ruin that opportunity. But the man that has this problem has to be complimented, has to believe what he's doing is great. He does believe it's great. That's how it is. I'm the best. Nobody else is like me. I'm very good. He come up with up against other great people, but he still believes he's the greatest. But any child that had to put up with that type of parent has to walk away from that parent now, forever. They don't deserve your affection, your sympathy. They don't. They don't. And if you try to give it to them, it's useless. Don't ignore them. They did nothing for you. Don't do anything for that person, that parent. They don't attend their Father's Day or their birthday. Don't call up and say, "Hello, I wish you all the best." Forget it. Get over it. You're mistreated, and that's the way it is. And there's a lot of people that were mistreated as children. So, and they have to get over it. If they don't, they ruin their adult life. So, I want you to, anybody that's had to deal with this symptom, I want you to be sure that you don't feel guilty. It's not your fault. And you don't have to be a loving child because they don't respect you. Then they'll take that, "Oh yeah, the kid said I'm good. Oh, I'm wonderful." It's so phony. So phony. I have a lot I can say about this, but I'm not going to. We'll carry on with closing and wish you all the best. Bye-bye.